On this week's episode, to talk about young Washington
and other pop culture news from the week.
It's July 3rd, and this is our Independence Day 250 episode. This week we saw a bunch of Independence Day Revolutionary War stuff, including the brand new movie, Young Washington, about the origin story of the father of this nation, George Washington. Do you have a middle name?
I don't think so. Not that I've ever heard a single time in my life. Oh, now I gotta look that up.
Anyways, so this new movie produced by Angel Studios in collaboration with Wonder Productions, Wonder Studios,
Wonder Project.
Wonder Project, and it's heavily awaited, heavily announced. They've been working on this for a while. They've been promoting this for a while, and it was really good. It was really well done. The movie had really good talent, not only in front of the camera but behind the cameras, and the final result was very good. The as a Angel Wonder Project, it had this legion of fans. It has its audience. And they coming out to the theaters. We watched on a Thursday. The movie theater was virtually packed, and of course at the end you can stay to hear the message, or you could probably know about the message and how they do their movies. They do a pay forward. You can help other people to see the movie and help the company. Keep making good stuff like this. But back to Washington.
Yeah, and this seems to be, I was looking through some reviews, and this took a lot of people off guard. So, let's just get this out there. This is how, Angel Studios gets their money, because this is not a big Hollywood studio, although they are certainly growing very quickly. But they do a lot of, crowdsourcing, and this whole pay it forward thing is, one way they make sure that they get funding, pay for this movie and get funding to keep paying more. Yeah. So the special message, there's always a special message at the end of their movies if you go see them in the theater, and it's pretty much always, could you please buy some more tickets to help other people come see this? And
it works. They are in many ways, if not in everything, anti-Hollywood, because it's people. They have this thing called because Angel.
The Angel Guild?
Angel Guild, right? That people get together and they bring ideas. And we saw the movies that came up because of people gave suggestions, gave ideas, gave projects and or suggested projects.
And then they vote on it. The Angel Guild votes on which projects get.
They vote and gets donation, it gets funding, and it makes the movie, and people will watch it because it's some cool, fun stuff. The Hollywood stopped doing it. They don't want to do it. They keep investing on superhero movies, and some of them are mediocre. Supergirl, and not making money, so they're not pivoting to do something cool that will that people will like. Because even for superhero movies, you have to make superhero movies that the fans will like it and get some new fans. And they failing on the new fans, and they failing on the old fans. But anyways, and they anti-Hollywood in the sense that Angel, for one, it was a company that started working for the audiences. They would give you, as a consumer, the option of, this movie is rated R, but my friends are talking about a lot. I want to watch it. So they would serve you edited version that would take all the R from the movie, so you could watch, because you avoid rated R, you want to watch with your kids or something like that, and they would offer you that. As a service, if Hollywood were smart and they were not, they are making money, but they are into politics. They always were like that. If they were not heavily into politics, into culture and social change, they would offer you this service. Why not? They would sell more
That's what I thought, but they went after VidAngel hard
Yeah.
with like copyright and censorship and all this other stuff. So.
Yeah. So Hollywood's like, okay, so Angel guy says, okay, fine, I'll do it myself. So they start doing their own movies, and there's some really cool stuff. This one, on a very appropriate moment for the celebration of 250 years of America, we see some, again, as I said, an origin story is some things about George Washington, and it might not be the most spoken thing. And when he was young, and he fails in love, he fails in his job. He's kind of a coming of age. Is kind of a loser, but he overcomes, and that's basically the main message of the movie.
It was interesting. As a historian, I feel like compelled to point out that this is a movie. So there are things that are extrapolated, things that like whenever in order to turn a historical event into a compelling, interesting movie, especially one this long ago, they're making stuff up, they're dramatizing things, but by and large, like the main events, these are things that happened. So I just need to stress that. But this was a really interesting take on young Washington and showing us like his failures and all the things that he failed at and the struggles in his early life were kind of setting him up to be like the father of our country and someone without whom our country frankly would not exist. So like all his failures at Fort Necessity and the fact like he didn't get to go to school and all this other stuff, like it just they were really pitching it and showing this as like preparing him to be the George Washington who like led an army to defeat the greatest empire on the planet. And then walked away from that power, and then was like unanimously chosen to be the first president of that country, and then again walked away from that power. Like phenomenal. So I do feel like they did a very good job of telling these stories. It was well produced. I was looking through a lot of reviews talking about like people either like loved it, thought it was like, yeah, this was like pretty decent, not amazing, but like pretty decent. And then there were a few people talking about like AI slop and inaccuracies, and that is not true. Almost everything that happened, like the main events in the film, had some precedent. Like we could say like there's a letter that mentions this, or a newspaper article or a story. Like honestly, they did a pretty good job, and I feel like this is one of Angel's better productions.
Yeah, it's definitely the biggest. Mm-hmm. They had a stellar cast. They had like a Gollum, what's his bucket? Andy
Serkis,
Kelsey Grammer. They had Oscar-winning Ben Kingsley, and of course the main actor William. I can't remember his name. He was very good.
British guy, I think actually.
He's British. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you see the Kelsey Grammer video I sent you?
Yes.
Interviewing him?
Yeah, and he had a British accent. Okay,
yeah.
Interesting.
It's funny because they go through George Washington's resume, and his failures, and the guy's like, nobody's perfect, right? Uh-huh. And then it's like, oh man, the British. Well, how could they hire someone like this? It's like, well, they didn't. I was like, oh well, that might bite him in the butt, and eventually did, because if the British had commissioned him like a royal commission to Washington, we would miss our biggest strength during the revolution. So probably the revolution would be quenched. Would be, So hey, good job, guys, politicians. You know what you're doing. But anyways, very well done. Beautiful locations and action, really well performed. It was fun. It was really good for a studio that came out of being like tracing a parallel with the ragtag bunch of rebels that defeat the global empire that was England. This studio, there's a bunch of ragtag producers that is fighting the big corporations, especially that try to destroy them to lawsuits. When they were doing the Lord's work, they were doing capitalist work. They were selling stuff, so the studios could get a deal with them and say, okay, let's make a deal. Yeah, you sell this, but you're gonna have to pay us a portion, right? So the studios will sell more, because imagine if they sell 100,000 copies of whatever comes VidAngel and says, wait, you can sell maybe 10, 15,000 more with the sensor editor version, right? It would be more. So if anything, the studios should buy that technology, that know-how, the skills, that company to do the same, to give the audiences more options, which is one of the reasons cinema is dying, because there's not a lot of options. Things are the same and the same and the same. As in Toy Story, I don't know if it's good or not. It sounds like it's good, but like Toy Story 5, Moana 16.
Yeah.
You know, so if you have an option, there's like, this movie is really good, but there's some things in the movie that I don't want to see, and you have the option. So, but anyways, the studios went against these rebels and empowered them, because now they're making their own movies. So same way Washington was dismissed by the Empire, and he became the greatest American general. But yeah, no, the movie is fun, it's exciting. A lot of people were there, and I checked the dailies. I'm not sure if the dailies are out yet. Can you go to Box Office Mojo?
Yeah.
But the previews, yesterday was the preview. The movie actually comes out today. So the previews were really good. There were people for all paths of life and ages. It was it's still showing the first, right?
Yes.
Yeah. See if it shows anything, but probably not. If it's not there, click on it. Okay. Nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah. But we come back with more details. But this is definitely one that will be huge, because it's all about America and Americans weekend, birthday weekend, and they've been promoting this for so long, and it's fun for. What's the rating on it?
PG-13.
It's fun for
most of the family.
family.
This is a war movie, right? Young Washington, he kind of accidentally started the 7 Years' War, and this kind of takes us through a lot of that. And yeah, war's ugly, and 18th century war was extremely ugly. So that, but that's why it's PG-13. There's not really a lot of language or anything like that, or sexuality, yeah. Nothing like that.
Anyways,
one thing the movie does, I think we as Americans, we tend to make a lot of jokes about the British during the Revolutionary War. I'm like, oh, these lobster backs with their bright red coats and like their targets right in the middle, like they have no idea how to fight in the mountains, and so they make some jokes like this in the movie, which is totally valid. But also, it is very important. Like, we're kind of underselling Washington's triumph in defeating the British Empire, because like, yeah, they wore these bright red coats and they had this like style of fighting that didn't really work terribly well like in the Appalachian Mountains or anything, but it's important to remember, like, they did not only win the 7 Years' War, they absolutely clobbered the French. So like, they did win that war by a lot, and it is against all odds. So I just need to point out, even though they make these jokes, the British, like they, at one point, General Braddock is like hauling a piano through the woods, and they're like, what is this guy, like, these people are so ridiculous, they don't understand Virginia or anything. And like, yeah, fair, but he did manage to bring a piano with him to war. Like, so I just want to make that point that like, the British Empire did not suck. They were extremely good at what they did. Yeah. And but Washington still defeated them.
Got their butts kicked by unprofessional. I mean, by unprofessional, not in a demeaning way, because they were not professional. They were volunteers mostly.
By a volunteer army.
Yeah, and farmers.
And also France and Spain. But
yeah, sure. Spain?
Spain sent a lot of help.
Yeah, they never talk about Spain or anything.
Yeah, not as much. It was mostly the French. They did most of the heavy lifting, but...
They just sent the tapas?
Spain sent help. Germany, Poland, they sent help.
Oh, okay.
They sent like generals to help like whip the army up into shape.
Yeah, like this?
Yeah, just like that.
That's how the German.
Yes, it's the German military.
I thought it was more like
known for.
Epa Greek, Epa.
Anyway,
enough countries.
Sorry, I'll get off. I'll get over myself.
It's all about America, and this one is a must see. You should go see it.
Yeah,
if you find tickets for this weekend, most likely not. So if not, you can always watch Monday next week or next weekend. But yeah, Young Washington by
Angel Studios.
By the newest production by Angel Studios and Wonder Project. It's available on theaters everywhere. It's a massive, and for independent studios, right? Of course, you cannot compare this to Toy Story that was released in 3,000 screens or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's a massive endeavor from Angel Studios and Wonder Project. It's and if you find tickets on Saturday, they have a promo code is America 250. Every ticket is only $5. So, and if you sign up for Angel Studios subscription service, you get discounts, you get free tickets, and you can watch all the time too. But anyways, Young Washington is available on theaters everywhere. You should go check. Other things we watched this week. We watched
The Bear.
the final season of The Bear.
Yeah.
We saw all episodes. They released every single episode, which is kind of interesting because it almost works like just 2 episodes, because it's like it's 7 of the 8 episodes, they take place on 1 day cycle. They do kind of like the 24 type
It
of
is just
thing.
about in real time, isn't it?
Is it real time?
Not
No,
quite,
it's
but
not.
it's close.
Because it's like every episode is like 30-ish minutes. But
Oh yeah, you're right.
yeah, but it was good. It was fun. It was it ended well. What can I say?
Yeah, I think they did end it well, and I think they ended it at the right time too. Like they ended it before it got stretched out and bad, and like butter spread over too much bread, as Bilbo Baggins would say. I feel like it was time, and they gave us some nice, not really endings, but like I feel like they got people to a good place. We saw the culmination of some tough journeys, and kind of a hopeful place for everybody involved. I thought it was well done.
Yeah, everybody went onto the character development. Everybody got to a completely, not completely, but to different and newer and better places. Everybody has a conclusion. People that needed love found love. People that needed a purpose in life professionally found that, and people got better at what they used to do, and people found that they could do different things.
Yeah, there's a lot of healing, a lot of So
the season started as like this great chaotic night, and they have to deal with that, and of course through that there's like some funny moments, some yelling, some cursing. Yeah.
I feel like all of our characters really get to, all have a moment to shine, and to show, who they are and why we love them. And I thought it was a good finale. It wasn't overwrought. It wasn't overdone. Sometimes they can really ham up the nostalgia, which is, fair and fine. But this one, they didn't do that. I thought it was well done. It lives up to the rest. I don't really want to say a whole lot of details because I don't want to deprive you of the emotional journey of going through this season. But
yeah. And it was kind of cool
lovely.
that when they released Gary, I thought it was like, he was like, whatever, right? But I thought it was cool because in Gary, they deal with the dead brother. They deal with Mikey. And us doing that in Gary, they didn't have to do on this final season, right? There's very little bit there, but they did all in Gary, right? So the memories and the what he meant was there, but the visual cues were done in Gary, so they didn't have to do anything like this on the main show, so they could focus on the other characters, and it worked really well. Yeah
it's good
Anyways,
stuff.
Bear final season is available. All the seasons are available on Hulu, Disney Plus, or whatever the heck they're doing over there.
Yeah, definitely worth a watch. And then we also watched Spider-Noir.
Yeah, from the Spider-Verse, or the Spider-Man part of the multiverse. There's a Spider-Man from the 1920s, right?
Yeah.
There's post-World War One, before World War Two, right? So.
Yeah, there's like
And before the
prohibition
Depression.
between the war and the Depression. Yeah.
So 1920s, starred by the always great Oscar winner, Nicolas Cage, and he delivers it's so fun.
He did. Yeah, this was very funny. You have the option of watching it in black and white or color.
Yes.
We went with color, and the color I thought it was spectacular. It was so pretty. It was so colorful.
I know people that are watching in black and white and they loved it too.
I think it'd be good either way.
The high contrast. I mean, we might eventually watch in black and white, but overall the show was very fun, very noir.
Oh yeah.
Nicolas Cage, and it
really worked. All of his weirdness.
It's almost like a spider.
He does. He does so many weird things, and he really works. So, like this version of Spider-Man, his name is Ben Reilly, and he's a World War I vet, and they kind of.
As a matter of fact, he mentioned he's using a fake name.
Yes.
He's actually Peter Parker. We saw him on Spider-Verse.
Yes.
Right? So I'm Peter Parker. Like they all reveal their names.
Oh yeah.
The only one that's different is Penny because it's a girl.
She's a girl.
And she's the daughter of Peter Parker. And but yeah, his name is Peter Parker. But the show takes place on a moment that he's not the Spider anymore.
Yeah, he's put that all behind him. But then all these like people with weird abilities start showing up, and it has to do with some stuff that went down in France during World War I, and he's dealing with all of that and all of his own darkness and past trauma because he's a noir private investigator, and they all have darkness and past trauma. And we've got Brendan Gleeson as a mob boss, sort of, alcohol runner sort of guy, and there's a club with a singer. And all the, anyway, it's got all
really
the clubs.
selling it out. There's a club with a singer.
No, I mean like it's a jazz club, and they go to the club, and like everyone stops and she starts singing, and everyone stops and looks, and there's instant chemistry and connection and tension between them, and it's all.
And he shows up and says, "Oh, you really sing, doll? Sing it again."
Pretty much. She's played by Lee Jun Lee, who was in Sinners and is spectacular. Lamorne Morris.
Who was in Sinners?
Lee Jun Lee. The singer.
She was in Sinners?
Yeah.
I thought it was only black people.
No, remember there's that grocery store the Asians run, and they come and they bring food and help with the food.
Okay.
Yeah, it was her. Lamorne Morris, who apparently that's his name. I just think of him as Wilson. Or Winston?
Winston.
Can't even got that wrong.
Wrong fake name.
Anyways.
Yeah.
He's the newspaper reporter who's kind of helping him out, and at one anyway, it was a blast. I enjoyed it.
It was really fun. It's on Amazon Prime. I guess Amazon had to deal with Sony. I don't think it's like a Marvel MCU. I mean, it's this whole contractual trademark thing. Just like a Sony is Marvel, Sony. But this one was Amazon. It was not a Disney thing, and it was really great. The noir, the characters. Anyways, I can't say much without spoiling, but it's definitely one if you like Spider-Man and if you like Nicolas Cage. It's like the best of both of those worlds there. You should check it.
Yeah, it was very fun. All right, let's look at the box office. Toy Story 5 is still on top. They're looking at reaching 300 million domestic, and that's just domestic, as they go into their second weekend.
Yeah, it was like 67.
I don't see.
I didn't put any notes. Oh yeah, the
72
312 global, and then 160 domestic. Domestic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's I had to get like some heavy competition this weekend. Because there's new movies, there's Young Washington, but mostly the bigger competition is Supergirl. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
No, the bigger competition is the Minions are coming this week.
That's right. And this one, I've actually heard very good reviews. People say like it starts as like a love letter to old Hollywood, and then it wraps up with just Minion shenanigans. And
did you see the clip that I said?
Why is this one of the best movies?
Spielberg.
I thought I said that to you.
Oh, and I sent it back to you
okay.
guys.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, it's hilarious. I mean, that guy edited, right? It was a different interview, but it's great.
Yeah, I think he's Australian. Don't quote me on that comedian who he edited, I assume a Disclosure Day interview with Spielberg, but he edited it with himself asking questions about Minions. So you have Spielberg saying things like, "Oh, you noticed that was one of my favorite parts of the film, and we worked so hard on this."
It's like, so now that you've seen the Minions and you've seen perfection, and it's like you're not gonna do anything anymore, right? Because and it's like, yeah, you're right. It's like, what can I do now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you mean Minions is one of like the best made films of the summer? I wasn't expecting that. I haven't seen it yet, but like so far people are saying this is actually fantastic. So we'll find out. But yeah, Supergirl. Supergirl started with a $38 million opening.
Yeah, which is a big failure. The movie
For this
allegedly
kind of movie,
costed
yeah.
180 between 180 to $200 million. But we know these big studios, they invest like up to double the original budget on marketing alone. So that puts the movie by 400 million. Besides, they have to split the not so much the costs but the profits with theater owners. So it's on a path that might lose $200 million.
Yeah.
So people say, "Oh, it's too early. Let's wait for the next weekend." It's like, serious? This weekend, 4th of July weekend, with Minions, with Young Washington, with Toy Story still pumping up, and the mouth to word of mouth. But people that watch Toy Story, oh, I loved it. I have to bring my grandma. So. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's gonna be buried, but yeah,
it's not often that movies do better the second weekend.
It's very, very, very rare.
Yeah, and Supergirl would have to do a lot better.
Oh yeah,
the second week, so it's
almost impossible.
Yeah, it's not looking good for our girl. So, yeah, but wait, that's not a surprise or anything. Obsession is crossing $200 million at the U.S. box office.
Yeah, and it's available on streaming now if you don't want to go to theaters.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and streaming pay rent, not on your streaming platforms.
Oh, I see. Super Mario Galaxy movie is also going to start streaming on July 30th on Peacock, but that's only after they made $1 billion worldwide.
Yeah. Mario again proving that they know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. Michael did officially pass Oppenheimer as the biggest earning biopic of all time, with a $977.4 million at the box office.
Michael is surprising because I had a feeling that would be successful because I really like Michael Jackson and so many other people and worldwide. It's not only in America, it's like everywhere on the planet. People know him or knew him and loved him, and the music, and but yeah, to beat Oppenheimer, I was like, wow.
I think this one has a broader appeal.
It's a lot more popular, right? And there's he was like consensually, meaning a consensus that it didn't matter if you're black or white. Even he even made a song about that, right? Black.
This is right.
What's it called? Black and white. Black or white. It doesn't matter if you're black or white.
I don't know the title of the song, but we all know the song.
So everybody loved him. So
that's right. There's that scene where he brings Crips and Bloods to the studio to watch him work.
He brings what?
In the movie, there's a scene where he brings like Crips and the Bloods.
Oh yes.
To the studio to watch him work. So he even healed gang violence in Los Angeles.
Yeah. But it's still like, wow, good job, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, they really nailed it. So good for them. Avatar: The Last Airbender, their live action, Netflix's live action adaptation. Their season 2 debut wasn't great, and it's getting worse. And it's been bested by the I Will Find You.
Yeah, it is a big hit. Everybody, we need to see that. We need to jump on the finding her or him phenomenon. Because apparently it's very popular on Netflix.
Okay, what is it?
It's a TV show. It's a miniseries.
About
finding.
Okay. You heard it here, folks.
Some Worthington finding or being found. I don't know. We have to see.
Okay. We'll find out.
I didn't get many details because some things, if you get details, it's like you get the whole thing.
It's true. I'm actually like super spoiled because like he handles most of like what we watch and when we watch it, and I just show up. So like I don't ever really know what I'm in for, and it's a blast. It's definitely the best way.
Which is a better way to see because nowadays with social media and internet, you see it's like you have trailers and trailers on top of trailers and people overanalyze a frame that they saw, and then you're gonna go watch.
Well, and even without that, so many trailers spoil it.
Yeah, you either have so many spoilers, a lot of theories, And yeah.
Like I will never get over. I will never get over the fact that last Terminator movie has like this unbelievable, massive twist, and they put it in the trailer. And whoever did that, like, I am a Christian woman. I'm not forgiving that person. Just kidding, I'm forgiving that person. But like, cross the line, man. Yeah. Anyways, in the meantime, Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, which is coming out like this week, next week, very soon. Yeah. They're not doing any social media screening.
Which is why is this news? Because DC Warner Brothers did a lot of social media screenings with influencers, YouTubers, vloggers, bloggers, throgglers, and TikTokers, YouTubers, and Instagrammers, and Vimmers, and those people, podcasters, and it didn't help. If anything, became sort of a, I don't know if Nolan did because of that, but it became kind of a joke because some of those influencers, they would be like, the best movie of the summer. Everybody's gonna go see that. It is like, it's paid propaganda because people that are watching, they're like, best case scenario, they say it's like, it's Guardians of the Galaxy. And worst case scenario is like, it's a waste of time. Yeah. So Nolan is keeping that and at least sticking to some renowned newspapers, magazines, specialized critics, which again, it doesn't say much.
Yeah, I don't know if that's much better,
but yeah, but I mean, when you in one way, when you're working with a critic that does that for, I don't know, 5, 10, 20 years and is paid by a newspaper or news organizations to do that, he's gonna watch a movie, he's gonna see if it's good or not. Sometimes his biases will influence that, like, oh, this movie has no black people, and then he will like degrade the rating of the movie because of that, not because of the movie itself. On the contraposition to that, some social media influencers, when you bring them, they are fairly new to this, and they watch the movie, and they gave free movie, free swag, right? They like bombarded with cool stuff from the studios. You wanna keep getting that, right? So I'm not gonna destroy Supergirl because they're not gonna invite me for the next movie they make, right? So yeah, that's how social media, because they wanna stay in the. They're not getting paid to say if it's good or bad. They might being paid to say that it's good. And if it's not good, they're not getting invited to the next party. But anyways, so Nolan will skip that and stick to the traditionalists, and we'll see.
We will. And we will have lots of thoughts about it. All right, let's look at some other industry news. James Burrows has died at the age of 85.
Yes, Jimmy Burrows, that he was like the king of sitcoms. Like if you go back and watch sitcoms back in the, I can't remember the oldest one. Cheers.
Mary Tyler Moore show.
Tyler Moore. Yeah, if you go to watch all those old sitcoms, you're gonna see directed by James Burrows. And Cheers and Frasier, Taxi.
Friends, Will and Grace, Big Bang Theory. This is like 50 years worth of like the most popular.
And one of the last things we saw him because he might probably had directed episodes of some current sitcom. Let's go to NBC, the latest he directed. But we last saw him on the final season of The Comeback, which is that show that does with Meta and pseudo Hollywood productions, and she was dealing with AI, and he directed sitcoms, and she invited him because he was a traditional director.
But he shows up in most of the seasons. Like, she goes and gets him to come and direct
on the first season for sure. I can't remember the second season, but he does that. He was like he was a guy that worked his entire life doing that, and he was there all the time. So what was the latest?
Let's see. Well, he did some of the Frasier reboot.
Okay, so makes sense.
Mid-Century Modern.
Okay, it's a Hulu show about some gays in apartments with Nathan Lane.
Yeah.
A black dude. I can't remember the other gay guy. He always plays a gay guy.
Oh, yes.
What's his bucket?
Hold on. Matt Bomer.
Yeah.
And Nathan Lee Graham.
What's that? The black guy.
The black guy.
Okay, what's his name?
Nathan Lee Graham.
Okay, so so a very recent show on Hulu, and then it come back and the Frasier reboot. So he was non-stop.
Yeah, romantically challenged, like Be Positive.
Be Positive.
Will and Grace.
Those multi-camera sitcoms. It was
The Neighborhood.
Bread and Butter.
Superior Donuts, Man with a Plan. Yeah, he's had something going on.
Yeah, and yeah, it was like I remember back in the day seeing his name so much. I was like, man, this guy has it. It's like that's the job. You direct everything that's on television.
Yeah.
So you have income non-stop. And you're doing what you love, right? Assuming that's what you love.
I hope he loved it because he spent his whole life.
Yeah, but anyways, so may you rest in peace. Our sentiments for the family is definitely we're gonna miss. One of these days they might do. I hope they do some of those specials, right? When they did with I can't remember the name of anybody. People that help build television, and he's definitely among them. So, yeah.
For sure. All right, let's go to a major downer. Harvey Weinstein's rape charge was dropped, and because the accuser doesn't want to go through another retrial.
So it was mistrial the first time because there was a lock. The jury couldn't decide, and then they went on a retrial. Or I said, no, let's try this again, and then the person dropped for. Who knows? Maybe the person is really tired, or maybe some person, convince that person, financially. If you're listening, if you don't see my hand doing the universal symbol of money, money. Yeah, but yeah, it's bad. But that doesn't take him away from prison because he's answering to other cases.
Yeah.
In New York and some other places. Yeah, but anyways.
In the meantime, Google is investing $75 million in A24.
Yeah. A24 is getting big monies. So it's not going to be a tiny player, not an indie production company.
Yeah.
Being part of the big dogs.
They are.
We'll see if that will change them into something better or something worse.
Yeah. Comcast and NBC Universal are splitting?
Yeah. And in the financial evaluation, I can't remember. That's not what they call. But the ranking of, anyways, it's low for those companies. But I mean there's already like talks about people saying, oh, are they splitting? I said, what? Someone's gonna buy it? Let's see.
Okay. NPR had, specifically Nina Totenberg had to make a major retraction and apology, which to her credit she did. She's a consummate professional.
Oh, but it was a terrible.
It was a big one. Nina Totenberg.
It was like her apology.
Well, first they incorrectly reported that Samuel Alito on the Supreme Court was retiring.
Yeah.
This is not the case. This is
not even close.
Big deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she apologized and was like, "This is the worst mistake of my professional career." And
but her reasoning was like, "Oh, I heard retirements. No, I heard retirement." When the person said retirements, meaning some other people, because when it's like in her logics, right? Her retirement, it was like the big one, and the big one would be Clarence Thomas Alito or some of the other guys, and it wasn't. Anywhere else, the person would be fired, and it's like because she's
Nina
been doing
Totenberg
this.
is an institution, though. She's been covering the Supreme Court my entire life, almost.
Exactly, and because this was there's people talking about. Because she's semi-retired, she's like doing like this sort of freelance job for the old company. Maybe that's why they don't fire. They're just not gonna give her more assignments. But again, because it was so big, because she's been doing this for so long, people say she doesn't make mistakes like that. She must have some, she might going through dementia or something. Because it was big.
This is a big one.
Yeah.
This is a big one.
And because, again, she does that for so long and allegedly so well. Once she makes a big mistakes like this. Yeah. But anyways.
What's up until now? I think she's done a really good job up until now. But everybody ages and everybody makes mistakes. Yeah. But unfortunately, when you are a national journalist with, major reach and recognition, your mistakes are very well known.
Yeah.
And for everybody to overthink and criticize. So.
Yeah. But
That's a rough
yeah,
one.
he's not retiring.
He's not retiring.
Yeah, so
That would be, geez, what a thing though. Because how many judges did Trump put on the court?
he
It's a
is
lot.
two. No, just two.
Just two?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Amy Coney Barrett and the guy, what's the book? Kavanaugh.
Kavanaugh?
Kavanaugh.
Just two?
Just two.
I feel like people talk about it like
Yeah,
it's so many.
Everybody else was someone else.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about the new. Oh, well, first of all, Ubisoft has graciously admitted that the community, quote, didn't resonate with Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Oh, duh. We've been talking about it before the game was out. Come on, you're doing...
Yeah.
Everybody wanted an Assassin's Creed, like, Japanese, samurai, ninja, because it like, fits really well with the game. And then they bring a black guy. Just to cause controversy.
Like it's not because he was black. It's because he's African and not actually Japanese. The guy, the character, is from Africa. I'm saying like he's not Japanese. It would be like, I don't know. This would be like Tom Cruise being.
True.
You're like, yes, I'm here for a samurai story. And like, actually, we're gonna tell a Tom Cruise samurai story. Like, it's still samurai related, but like this is not what people were hoping for.
Yeah. Anyways,
I just feel like it's important to point out that like we don't hate black people.
No, absolutely.
But we wanted Japanese samurai, and we're given something else.
Yeah, it's like going to Brazil and do a game about soccer, and the star is
Lionel
from
Messi.
Sweden. No, Messi is close. He's from Argentina.
But he's not Brazilian.
Sure, but I mean, get someone from Sweden. There's
Okay.
like, no! Why? So they screwed up from the beginning, and they knew it, and they tried to, and they paid people to no. There's like historical evidence and blah blah blah. In the alter, there's like scandalous things. The alter, like, not that Wikipedia matters much, but they alter Wikipedia on how was, and then how was after the release of the game or prior to the release of the game, just to damage control or to prior control the damage for that. And now they're admitting. So I was like, yeah, we know that. So, not a surprise. Come on. Just a bit too late. And because the game kind of failed. So, like, now they have nothing to lose. But anyways.
Yep.
Still on the world of games. Is that next video game?
Oh, it sure is.
Okay.
The world's over, basically. This is it.
Yeah. So,
Like,
last week, we talked about it on how GTA 6, the infamous, famous, wanted, waited, hated... It's finally coming, and they announced that there won't be physical copies of the game. Not only that, they will sell you the freaking box. You can buy it on Amazon the physical, what's so-called physical copy of the game, and then you open the box. There's no
code.
There's no CD. It's a code. It's a digital code. So and I warned you. You can rewind next episode that this would be drastically change the industry forever, because a big game like this doing that would mean that everybody would follow step and do the same. No longer after that, Sony announced that starting 2028 they will not release physical copies of their games,
Like,
for
at all.
PlayStation. It will be digital only. Which again, they've been teasing that they will do some stupid like that forever, because like the PlayStation 5,
That's right.
when they first released, there was two versions: the physical, the one for CD with the drive, and the one without the CD. And then there was some of us make fun saying, "Who would buy the one that doesn't run CDs?" And now they killing CDs. And on a action that is not it's not unique. Disney, I don't know if they already did totally, but they did start killing release of physical versions in several countries. It's only digital, and the idea is they want to get rid of physical, because physical is yours. You can borrow, you can lend, you can sell it. Digital is theirs.
You can trade with your friends. You can buy it used 20 years later.
You can, it's like, oh, I need to complete my collection. You can find it. You can buy it. And digital is their will and desires. It's like, no, this game is not appropriate. Erase it. And they erase it from existence. Like Disney did that with that show. Granted, it was a bad show. The Willow TV show, the Willow series.
Yeah, that was
For
fun.
tax cuts, they but digital does not exist anywhere. They took it out of the platform, and that's it. If you watched, you watch. If you didn't, you will never watch. Especially because if it was for tax reasons, they can't. Otherwise, they get in illegal trouble. So there's all that, and it is pretty drastic. It will cause, you don't own anything. If someone
that's the thing, because like they've already hasn't PlayStation. They've already had issues with like people buying, not like subscribing to a library, but like buying specific digital games, and then Sony saying, actually, we don't support these games anymore, and so the game that you specifically bought no longer exists.
They just did that with movies. It was like, I think it was a list of like 50 movies you bought digitally. It was yours. They took it out of the platforms. Like, no, there's no. And they can censor that too. They did that in some, like the Office. There's a couple scenes that they cut it, but it's if heavens forbid someone break into my house and steal my copy of I don't know, Just Dance 22, I can go to the police. It's a crime. It's mine. I paid for it, and someone robbed it, and Sony will do that to you, and nothing will happen.
Yep.
So it's terrible news, very bad, as I mentioned before. Some people have like a fun time about it.
Yes. Domino's was my favorite. Domino's UK announced that they would be also switching to a digital only pizza delivery, where you can order a box and imagine all of the sights and smells and flavors yourself on your own time.
And on this side of the pond, KFC did the same thing.
Oh, really?
Yes,
nice.
yes. And some other companies did that too. Which is, this is how ridiculous it is.
It is. It's such a fun way to say this is freaking dumb and nobody wants it.
Yeah, it is like, it might be the future for so many other things, if they decide to go digital. Imagine they go out digital for all the books we have, and then comes a world massive EMP and everything, poof, there goes our books.
This is something that stresses me out, not to bring up my history degree again in the thing, but like we know so much about like ancient civilizations or like anybody in the past because like they wrote stuff down in ways that we can still read it. Like the Egyptians carved it into the walls, and the Babylonians left clay tablets, and George Washington like wrote letters, and people published stuff. Like it's physical media that's not going anywhere, and you just need to understand the language to be able to read it. But right now, so much of our world is digital or is recorded on things you need specific devices for, that like it's just gonna disappear. It's gonna vanish. It's not very lasting, and I don't like it. Don't like it at all. Hideo Kojima has thoughts on it.
Oh yes, the creator of Metal Gear Solid, Death Stranding, and all the massive video game titles.
He said, eventually even digital data will no longer be owned by individuals.
Yeah.
So
you can only buy and rent, and it all goes back to the what these companies want is that you subscribed for their services and you have access to everything they have. And
so instead of buying like the half dozen games a year you really want, you have to pay every month.
Yeah, and it's like that happened to software, like
Microsoft Office,
Adobe.
Yeah,
that you had the software, and I have old software from Adobe that I used to edit this, and it's like it's decades old, and it still works. But at some point they decided to no more physical copies, subscription, and you're enslaved by them. If you want to use the product, you're gonna have to pay every month. Instead of I buy once and it works.
And incidentally, since Microsoft made that change, I don't use Microsoft anymore. I use the free options on Google. So it's like I get why they do it, but it's not necessarily a great option. All right.
Yeah, it's another bad change to the consumer. Then they will complain, but the consumers don't come to us. They talk about consumers. Let's talk about. Go ahead. You have to run because you have a little bit, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, okay. So let's get to some more fun stuff. Shrek is getting a prequel called Donkey.
Donkey.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy's coming back, so I'm up for it. Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Adria Arjona is shocker. Wonder Woman.
So it was announced that should be Maxima, the new Superman movie, and it was like everybody's like, "What the heck? No, Maxima's like super red hair, white red hair, not the fake red hair that people that." Anyways, paint her hair red. It doesn't matter what the color of the skin. She's an actual ginger red hair, and it was like everybody's like, okay, it's like she's just pretty. At least she's a woman. That's like one of the things we worry about these days. But anyways, with Supergirl failing, and James Gunn is trying to throw like good stuff to get people excited. I noticed I didn't say to keep people excited. It's like to get people excited.
Right.
I said, no, she's Wonder Woman. I was like, oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I super believe that was the original plan.
Well, anyways.
The Survivor 50 publicity team took home some big awards at TPEC.
Well earned, because this whole in the hands of the fans was like very cool stuff.
It was fun.
For people that voted, for people that watched it. It was
very fun. Warner Brothers is pushing back on Jonah Hill's Cutoff movie.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
Well, there's someone that was like, everybody was saying that it's unreleasable. It sucks so bad that it can't be released. And Warner Brothers said, no, that's not true. I was like, we'll see.
Okay.
His last movie sucked. The one with Keanu Reeves.
It wasn't good.
Yeah, so, okay. Well.
Although his scenes were my favorite.
Yeah.
Those are the funny parts. I was like, wow, this is a funny movie. And then the rest was like, nope, just lame.
Yeah.
LeBron.
I mean, it was. You can say all the movie was his scenes because he directed and wrote it. But anyways, let's move on.
Well, LeBron James is leaving the Lakers.
Yeah.
Not basketball, just the Lakers.
What are you talking about?
Like, I don't think he's retiring.
Oh yes,
he's
not basketball.
Team.
Yes. He's go free agency. He's going to go to another team. Yeah.
Yeah.
But next season will be his last at the LA.
Luca Artificial movie, the biopic about Sam Altman, is maybe getting picked up by Neon.
Yeah, we talked about how it was Amazon that dropped it. I think it was Amazon, and now now Neon might pick it up. With Andrew Garfield.
A couple, a really sweet, enthusiastic, cuckoo crazy couple climbed the Empire State Building to announce, to get engaged, and they have this whole banner, and it was a whole cute thing, and then they got arrested together, because apparently that's super illegal.
Yes.
I mean, know.
It's not if you ask for permission, not if you show up and try it. Yes, you're gonna get arrested. That's what they did. They just show up.
Yeah.
They do what they call it. They are.
It says they're Netflix documentary stars.
They do this. They climb thing. They climbers.
Oh,
right?
okay.
So they are the kind of athlete, artist, whatever. Yeah. Anyways.
Okay. Tom Hardy.
And the memes. Oh. You've seen the memes, right?
There's a lot of memes, yes.
Yeah, they're using their flags to tell all sorts of messages.
Yeah. Yeah. Tom Hardy is coming back to Mobland.
Yeah, people claimed. And yeah, the whole mess is like, it doesn't matter. He's coming back for a second season. And it sounds like they're working on trying to get a third season already. We'll see if he will survive, right? Because there's always an easy way to get rid of an actor.
It's true.
And he opened the door and died.
Well, I told you about Matthew Crawley in Downton Abbey. They wait until he finally has his child, and then he's driving, and he gets in a car accident. But then the pull away from his lifeless body. They're usually pretty gentle in Downton Abbey, but this one is we're gonna stay on his dead, glazed over eyes and slowly zoom out, so there is no doubt he is very dead. It was personal. Anyway,
the funny thing about television, they still could come back from that. We said there was an eye. If there's an eye, it's like the same. Where there's an eye, there's life. So they could say he survived. If it was just the eye, it's like we grabbed his eye and cloned him. Anyways, there's always a way. That's why daytime television is still around. Fair
enough. What's going on with Trekkies?
Nasty Trekkies, yeah. So this week, Dwayne Johnson was promoting Moana, and he got burned by getting involved in politics, and he realized, like Michael Jordan, so many other smart celebrities, that I will vote, and it doesn't matter who I will vote. I will exercise my right and do my part. And but when I'm working with the public, when I'm working promoting my stuff, I'm gonna keep it to myself, and I'm gonna not alienate half of my audience, because you can alienate one side of the other. And he was talking about keeping to himself, and some people in the media went like rage for that. It's like, you betrayed us,
which feels so weird. Like,
Yeah.
why are we getting mad at Dwayne the Rock Johnson
Yeah.
for not having being a political spokesperson?
Uh-huh.
That's not his job.
Right.
That's not why we love him. And
he's a wrestler.
He's a wrestler, and he is an entertainer.
Yeah.
He is it is literally his job to be a people pleaser, and not this.
Yeah.
It
So
just feels like a weird thing to get mad about.
and that's the track he's that's how I wrote this, because first it started with George Takei. They got extremely mad about it. Oh my! And then followed by Will Wheaton. And it was like, oh guys, you just paint yourselves bad by criticizing someone that is trying to do something right to provide for his family and to make people happy, like you said. But yeah, anyways.
Yeah, I love the work they did for Star Trek. I love their characters, but I don't
Yeah, if anything, it makes
need them to be great social commentators.
it makes me think of, like, if someone is socially speaking, I would rather listen to Dwayne than these two old blobbering. Anyways,
No, everyone has their area of expertise, and if Dwayne wants to
Yeah.
talk about wrestling or
Yeah.
movie production, I'm all ears. And
Yeah.
if Will Wheaton wants to talk about being a child star in Hollywood, yes, tell me about that. But other stuff, I don't really care.
Yeah.
Have your opinion, but it's worth. Anyway.
But yeah, but go see Moana. Go help Dwayne and forget about those Trekkies.
No,
Yeah.
don't indulge.
dead
Don't
anyways.
encourage Disney.
Let's move on.
Okay, Luke's lightsaber and his severed hand prop sold for $1 million at auction.
Wow, the hand that he has cut on Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what that happened
that's
in
a
the
cool
books,
prop.
right? This bad guy cloned Luke using his hand, so maybe there's a bad guy there. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. George Soros clones Luke to the dark side. I mean, it doesn't matter. Mark Hamill already did that by himself.
Okay.
Okay.
Mel Gibson is working on a TV series about the Siege of Malta.
Yeah. It's an interesting piece of history.
It's not what I know much about, but,
Yeah.
Crusades and Turks
Yeah, it
and
was like, 700?
knights and all that. What it says here, 700 Christian knights defeated 40,000 Turks.
Yeah, it's like,
This does seem like a very Mel Gibson story.
yeah. Anyways.
The power of Catholicism.
Didn't they put anything about Taylor Sheridan there?
No.
Oh, I guess I saved that. We'll talk about next week.
Oh,
But
okay.
anyways, keep going.
Sydney Sweeney is maybe being eyed for Emma Frost.
Every other week, she's being eyed for Emma Frost.
Yeah.
Because she's blonde.
She's
and
a hot blonde.
very beautiful. And there's Emma Frost. There's
Who
Power
is also
Girl.
a hot blonde.
There's Power Girl. So every other week this come up.
Yeah.
But this week this rumor popped again. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing is certain yet.
Entertainment Weekly is canceling their big Comic-Con Hard Rock Hotel party.
Yeah, it's like a must be at a party. Every Comic-Con they have this party. They canceled.
Yeah.
I guess it's like, these comic book nerds movies are failing. Let's
Mm-hmm.
get out.
Today's the day, guys. Your football coach and English teacher are getting married. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce
It's today?
are tying the knot. Yeah.
Okay.
And Madison Square Garden.
On AP reviewed this secret that I don't think it was. I mean, I guess they
this is ever
denied.
a secret. This
I
is
guess
very
they.
public.
No, I guess they denied officially. They only said it would be a wedding at the Madison Square Garden like 3 days ago.
I heard rumors about this a couple weeks ago.
Rumors.
Sure,
That's what
but
I'm saying.
I don't know.
Officially, they announced they're gonna get married at Madison Square Garden, and as a wedding gift, they're gonna donate $26 million to several charities.
Yeah.
And good, nice.
Yeah, it is nice. She described this as your football coach and English teacher getting married, but I think it's more like the, captain of the football team and the cheerleader.
Oh yeah.
Getting married, but either way, it's very cute and sweet and wholesome and.
Yeah, and let's hope they they be happy.
Yeah.
For many years.
That's what we're rooting for. And last but not least, Buc-ee's is a beloved American institution. Many Europeans have discovered it and loved it, and it's been great and sweet. But Dolly Parton's getting in on the travel stop action. She opened her own travel stop in Cornersville, Tennessee, just south of Nashville. It's called Dolly's Tennessean Truck Stop. And at the grand opening, someone asked her why, and she said, "Well, I had to get my squirrely self in there. Can't leave it to Beaver." So funny. There is a coffee shop inside called Cup of Ambition. That's right. You can yawn and stretch and try to come alive and go like literally pour yourself a cup of ambition at Dolly's Tennessean Truck Stop. Referencing the 9 to 5 song.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's more to it. I don't get it.
No, it's just the 9 to 5. So the 9 to 5.
Now
like
that you told me, I get it.
Yeah, like you roll out of bed, stumble in the kitchen, pour myself a cup of ambition. So that's what the coffee shop is called. And it's just cute and adorable. I love it.
So it's near Dollywood? It's not even near Dollywood.
No, it's not. It's south of Nashville. So, yeah.
So maybe there'll be more.
65, I think.
Yeah.
I-65.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
No, I thought that's a nice place to wrap up.
Yeah. And I guess that's it for this week. This next week we have what? There's more World Cup. Then there's more movies.
Yeah.
We come back next week with more pop culture and entertainment. May the force be with you.
Live long and prosper.
Bye.
Bye.